YouTube. So literally just a couple of minutes ago, I was watching Storm Reads do the old school April tag, and that alerted me to this readathon that's happening that I hadn't heard of before, and it just sounds like too much fun not to join in on. So this like a also using this tag as a way of announcing that I'm going to be participating in this readathon because I just love like nostalgia, bringing back childhood memories, all that kind of thing. But I'm also going to be doing this tag, so I'm going to be looking down because I have the questions here. The first one is Reading Rainbow, and oh my goodness, just seeing that name here. I loved the TV show as a kid, and the song is coming to mind, but I'm not going to sing it for you because I don't have the voice for it. But question one is, what book, author, or series got you into reading? So my earliest memories is reading the Hooked on Phonics series. I got this. I didn't have this edition because CDs were not a thing or weren't even invented when I was learning to read. They had cassettes, but they were like these like 1 through 10 different levels or whatever, and they're smaller books, like mini chapter pamphlets kind of thing. But I just remember reading them and then wanting to move up to the next level so bad so I could read through these. And I wasn't competing with anyone. This was just at home. But yeah, that was what started my love of reading. Basically, the very first book I never picked up. So yeah, I'm for sure a diehard meant to be reader. See, number two is, what author or book got you into your current favorite genre? So I really like nonfiction, historical books about like pioneer, frontier times, and I really like nature books as well. And so what came to mind is Little House on the Prairie series by Laura Ingalls Wilder. I read this book as a kid right after I had gone on my first cross-country road trip all the way from the East Coast to the West Coast. And so I spent a lot of time on the Great Plains. And so then I picked this book up like the next week or two. And so it really just solidified that memory in my brain. Basically, every time I think of the series, I think of that road trip and being a kid and just enjoying this world. Like, oh, it's so cool to actually like be able to visualize truly what it looks like after I had just been there. So this for sure will always stand out in my mind as a favorite series as a kid. I reread the series many times, and I still do as an adult. Let's see, mixtape. What was the first concert you ever went to? So this is actually the due to the prompting of my mother. This was back when American Idol was, a big thing, and Kelly Clarkson and Clay Aiken. It was after Clay Aiken won, as well. Those two were in doing a tour, and so my mom really wanted to go see them, and so we as a family went and saw their concert. And Kelly Clarkson, has a really, of course, a really good voice, and Clay Aiken as well. I mean, of course, they won the American Idol, but I remember really liking Kelly Clarkson music at the time because my mother was constantly playing it. Let's see. Number 4 is, what band or artist do you love but never got to see live? So I grew up and still love lots of country music like George Strait and Alan Jackson, Ike Jackson, Reba McEntire, Brooks and Dunn. Any of those would have been really nice to see, but I'm not a big music person, and I don't really care to go to concerts. I'm just fine if I want to listen to music, just listen to my phone, because the few times I've gone to concerts, it hurts my ears, and then you put the little earbuds in, and it's like, what's the point? I don't know. And you're far away from them, and you're just like watching them on the TV screens in a way. So like, why not just see them at home if I wanted to, watch their concert? But yeah, that's just my personal opinion. Let's see. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Number 5. What was your favorite cartoon while growing up? And so I really liked the Rugrats series. I could quote some of the dialogue in these, especially the older the seasons. But looking back as an adult, the artwork, especially I think the first season, is really bad. I think I remember the picture jiggling. I haven't seen this in such a long time, but I remember really liking this as a kid. And I remember really enjoying the movie that came out, the first Rugrats movie. I remember I owned it on VHS and watched it all the time. Number 7 is, name a movie from childhood that you still love today. And I didn't get a picture for this one. Maybe like any of the Disney movies. I saw a lot, like Aristocats. I really like that one. Yeah, I'll go with Aristocats. And yeah, I love Cap. Let's see. Number 7 is Number 8. Name your first TV, movie, or crush. And I never had one. I still don't. I don't really get this. This I never understand it. So yeah, I don't have an answer for that. But I forgot one. Number. Wait, no, never. I do have name a movie from your childhood. No, number 6 is name a TV show or movie that is tied to a good memory. That's one I forgot. And because I did have a prompt for that picture for that, and that is the I Love Lucy series. I still watch it periodically, off and on whenever I need to pick me up. And this is from the 1950s, and I first stumbled upon it in the 1990s, but it never gets old. You know, it's still running today, and it's iconic. Yeah, I love this series. Okay, so going back to getting these questions in order, gotta catch them all. Number 9, what was a toy you were obsessed with or collected as a kid? I don't remember being obsessed with anything or collecting anything either. I remember my grandma, she had like where you would keep like dishes, like, nice dishes on display in like a glass cabinet. She had a bunch of Barbie dolls, like anything that was unique or different. Like, like there's like a wheelchair one, and there was like the different like little ones and big ones, all that kind of stuff, and the ones with like fancy dresses. She had all of those. But a toy that stood out in my mind was like the Polly Pockets. I had a couple of these that I really liked. I just remember like it was a perfect thing to take on road trips. Like I probably took this on like cross country road trips because they're so small and they can fit in your pocket. But yeah, really, really liked those as a kid. Okay, so going back to the questions, Pac-Man fever. Name a board game or video game you associated with your childhood. I love the game of Clue. It's my all-time favorite board game. And then for video games, I'm not a video game player now, but as a kid, we had the Nintendo 64, and my favorite game was Banjo-Kazooie, and it's about a bear who has a bird in his backpack, and there's an evil witch involved. And what I like is like all these, I'm sure like a lot of games like Mario and whatever have these different realms you're going through, but there's like, the winter world, the spring, the desert, different things. So I liked that about it. And like had a little comedy banter between the two main characters here. Okay, so let's see. She's got the look. Name a clothing or trend that was popular when you were a kid. So it was like these kind of like colorful jackets and like had matching pants. And they kind of like made a swooshy noise when you were walking. Whatever these things are called, but yeah, all these different like patches of different materials, and it almost had like a sheen to it. I don't know, jogging suit, whatever this is, but yeah, all the kids had it, whether you were jogging or not. Okay, and then I want candy. Name a childhood snack or candy you wish were still made. I didn't read these questions before I did the prompt. I did this video, but I'm trying to think. And what immediately comes to mind is something like Gushers or whatever. I think those are still made now. Candy or something like. I don't know, when I think of like Pop Rocks at like the skating rink, I can't think of anything that's not made now. Yeah, like the fruit roll-ups and all that, like, yeah, all the stuff I don't eat nowadays. But yeah, I think all of that I liked is still made today. I'm not going to tag anyone because I don't know exactly who's doing the readathon or not, but this looked like a lot of fun, so I wanted to join in on the tag and the readathon. So yeah, if you're interested in this, then please feel free to do the tag, and I'll tag you. Thanks, BookTube. See you soon.